All right, hey guys, we're live. We had three main things I think to cover today, if I can remember. The first one was going through user feedback that we've gotten, and we're getting some good user feedback in the last week. Second is to just go through the priorities. um, Akhilesh and I, with the help of Burhan, did like a great. Actually, Akhilesh did it with the help of Burhan, did a great demo last week, um, and that really helped us to figure out where the platform's at and where the weaknesses are. So we have like a really solid list of priorities for things and bugs we want to fix. And then I think the final thing would be to go through Victor's PR, assuming we have all the time. Victor's PR, and then maybe if Omar is here, just explaining to him how Omar can integrate his GitHub authentication with the database. So a lot of the new stuff is centering around like database migrations. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Sound good?
Everything. Yeah.
Cool. So, oh yeah, and one more thing, Burhan is actually going to be writing some code. So we'll also maybe touch on that.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, let's see. How can I want to share the Discord directly.
Mm-hmm.
So let me share that. Oops. Share that window here. Okay. This is our Discord, right? Yeah, here. So let's see. Here it is. Okay. This one. All right. So we got a bunch of feedback um, from this user, and they are using it as a alternative to Replit. They're looking for a free and open source alternative. So they had a lot of feedback, and a lot of it is regarding. Some of it was regarding the the setup process, which I think Alkesh and I both responded to pretty fast, which is amazing. Like I think it's really great we can respond so fast when users have problems, and most of the feedback was there was some small things like dark mode. This is just questions about how it works going on too. Okay, yeah, there's a couple small things about documentation, like this one, that's really easy to fix. I think this might have just slipped in accidentally, Akhilesh, in the
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So that was just a minor docs thing. Um, there were a couple of things about the light mode and the dark mode. Um, and then one of the main suggestions was actually allowing users to, so something we've talked about before, but it's allowing users to share public projects and then allowing people to view those projects first before forking them, and then allowing them to fork them once they view it. So that was another suggestion, which I think is on our timeline anyways, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So I just wanted to bring it up, just saying this is
Mm-hmm.
this is what people are asking. What was the deal going on here?
Yeah, so basically we're using Drizzle ORM, right? ORM, right? So
Yeah.
when you so we have a index.ts file, which is basically the database script,
Mm-hmm.
and we have schema.ts, which is our database schema. So there's not an SQL file but we have a TypeScript file for because we are using Drizzle ORM. So
Yeah.
when we want to do a migration, we run npm run generate or npx run generate, and then that command creates a SQL file, which is basically
Mhm.
with which basic with that command generates an SQL file, which is basically used to migrate the database to whatever state it is, like the updated state. But what this user is saying here is, we actually this is something that we missed. There
Right.
should not be the result a folder in Git anyways. So there should
Oh,
not be, it should be in the git ignore file, but it somehow got pushed. So so in the next
okay.
thing that I did was fixing that. I'll be deleting the drizzle folder from our repository,
Okay.
because we don't our new user will not actually need it, because and anyways they're gonna run npx run generate, so it will run the migration from the very start based on the schema.ts file. So they actually don't need the drizzle folder. It's gonna get created eventually by that one command.
Whoa.
So and then npx execute d1, um, and then the file path that got generated by running the npx run generate command, which will be something like 0001
Hmm.
underscore something and then dot sql. So after the first generate command, the user will run npx execute d1 and then the file path, and that will apply the migration to the database. So basically, to sum it up, we don't actually need that result folder. I'll be deleting it, and
Right.
I'll be making some documentation for the steps. I mean,
But
there should not be. Yeah, go on.
each database itself, each deployment needs that folder separately, right?
Yeah,
To
yeah,
keep
yeah,
track of which migrations they've done.
yeah. So whenever, so that folder actually will get generated locally on any machine that our repository is on. So it will be unique to the user that is running the whole thing.
Got it. So
Yeah,
basically, these SQL files are like the deltas between where your database was and where it is.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So these SQL files are basically SQL commands, add, alter user table, and based on the schema that you have. So basically, those are the migration files. Those are the commands that will change the database.
So when someone checks out the repo, what should happen is they run the drizzle command and it generates a 0000.
Exactly. Yeah. So 0000 is the snapshot. So there are two files. The first is the journal file, which is underscore journal.json.
Yeah.
That file contains that file is basically journal of all the migrations. So that file will have all the information in the JSON format of when a migration was applied, and what was the name of the migration and stuff like that. And then there will be another file which will be the snapshot of the database state at that point of time. So that will be 0000 snapshot.json. That will be the first
Oh,
initial snapshot of the database. And then there is migration as SQL files. Those files will be uploaded to Cloudflare, and those files will be used to alter the database.
right. Okay. Thanks for explaining. So one thing that we do need to clarify then is where the migration files for the and the snapshot files for the deployment database will be stored,
Mm.
because we cannot we're not putting them in the Git repo, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be making I think I'll be making another document for that,
yeah.
and then I'll be summing it up nicely and put it in the README. So then, um,
But so if they're not stored in the Git repo, then
no,
that means that only the person who's migrating still needs access to them. So where do we store them? Like obviously, if one person could just keep them on their laptop, right? But
yeah,
then if those get deleted, then that's we're in a bad place, right?
Um,
Or not?
no, 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 no. I so if someone wants to run the database locally, I mean, yeah,
Right,
the database. So they're on their own database.
right,
So they need their own as migration
right,
files.
right. No, I'm talking about within our team. Um,
Mm-hmm.
whoever is right now, you're doing all of the migrations, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's good. Um, that seems to make sense that it's one person doing it. Uh,
Mm,
but but if I don't know, let's say you got sick or something, or your laptop
yeah, yeah,
was burned in a fire.
yeah,
So
yeah.
where does that leave us then? Do we need to have a contingency plan for those snapshot files?
Yeah, so we actually do not need it because our schema actually is in the schema.ts file, which we actually save.
Okay.
And for that file, we have Git history and everything. So
Okay.
we can generate a new migration file each time we want to run a migration.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah,
But I have a question concerning
Hmm.
that.
yeah.
Um, would the migration generator be aware of the current state of the schema that is of the data that might be required? Let's say you don't have a field in the database that is on the cloud, and you make a
Mm.
schema change and you don't have any of the former migration files. I think what you should do, since you don't have any of the former ones, is probably create a new database, create new databases, because you was not aware that the databases have been created before. So I think we still need a way to like track the tables that have been created earlier, and so that like the so that Drizzle will be aware when it's generating a new migration SQL file that these tables are there available and so on. Do you get me?
And so you're saying that we do need the um. So can you come again? I missed something because there was some background noise.
Yeah, sorry
I'm so
about
sorry.
that. So what I was saying was how do we undo the migrations um, they if there's already like a database created in the cloud already, maybe on D1 storage already, and you add a new maybe a new column to a table, maybe user table, you add a new column, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't have previous migration file. So user is now aware that
Mm.
the um, that there was a user table created already. I think in that case, what user does is to create a table afresh.
Yeah, if something breaks, you're asking about what if something breaks and we need to go back to the previous migration, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so in that case, um, so so the same thing that I mentioned before. If something breaks, then we have the schema in our TypeScript file, right? So we can just undo the changes that we had and run a new migration which alters the tables again and it puts it into the previous state. But there because I've not worked with the Drizzle ORM that much, there should be a way to undo a migration, but I'm gonna look it up.
All right. Thank
But
you.
currently this is the workaround that I've done before. So I'm gonna look it up and I'll get back to you about that.
Thanks.
Cool. So the rest of the user feedback, I'll just check because I think it's in my DMs. Let's see. Was so from the same user. Let's see. They want to use it for Next.js.
Hmm.
Um, and okay, in the light theme, sometimes you get dark. Uh, Victor, isn't it true that sometimes when you're in light theme, the Monaco theme is still dark? Have you
Hmm.
noticed?
I
You
haven't
noticed it?
noticed that
You-
yet,
I
but
noticed.
I'll check out for it.
Sorry.
I haven't noticed that yet, but I'll make sure to like check for that.
Right. It seems to be a little bit random. Like like it is light, right? Like the Monaco does change theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so I'm not sure why. Sometimes it's dark. Um, and then and then the other feature was just to have the public projects have a runnable UI, which I think we're going in that. So cool. That's it for the user feedback for this week. Um,
Alright.
so we can go on to the unless anyone else has any feedback from users, we could go on to the
Currently, no. For me, no.
yeah. I think we have a lot of feedback from ourselves right now.
Yeah.
um, I mean, we're the did everyone see the demo that Burhan made with the chatbot? Um, it was it was good, and we're planning to do it again as a workshop, basically to get even more feedback. But if it works well, then it's going to be really amazing. Like if it works well to do the same
Yeah,
thing
that was awesome.
with a group of people, right, at the same time. So cool. So here, go here. Let's see here. Make it big. Okay. How's this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. So, yeah, we talked about doing about like our priorities. Things are working. We feel like we're really on the cusp of of having something that's really useful, um, even without the GitHub integration. Oh yeah, and then the same user also mentioned that basically when we have GitHub integration, they want to try it right away. But even without the GitHub integration, um, we if we just make everything stable um, and we reduce the amount of bugs, it's going to be really useful. My main priority is to remove. We talked about this a little bit, Akhilesh and I, to basically remove the Cloudflare file storage entirely. And what that would do is it would basically allow us to just replace it with E2B snapshots or what's called persistence. And basically, it's a beta feature here. And it basically allows you to pause a sandbox and resume it later from the same state. Um, so we will not store the files anymore. However, and maybe that sounds kind of risky, but we're going to add GitHub integration as well. Remember, so like they'll also have another way to store. They'll basically still have two different ways to store the files. And yeah, so it's really simple on the E2B end. Um, let's see how we need to resume it. So we just need to store the sandbox ID. Um, so Akhilesh, I'm just going to need another column for the
Okay.
project. So we'll have our sandbox ID, and then we'll have the E2B sandbox ID, and yeah, that'll
Oh,
be
we'll
it.
have two, right? Yeah. So we're
Yeah,
not storing so the E2B sandbox ID is the container, right? Container ID that we are logging
yeah.
currently. Okay, got
So
it.
I'll just stop it, and then I'll start it again when they open it again, and we won't touch the files.
Okay.
We'll still have to do. I mean, I'll still have to rewrite a lot of code to make the
Hmm.
file syncing work. So this is my number one priority um, because the file manager is so buggy right now that it will be
Yeah.
easier to do this. It will reduce the amount of code and oops, it will just reduce the amount of code and we'll just have fewer bugs. Um, that might also fix
Yes.
deployments. I just wrote this for you, Akilesh. Maybe I'll let you talk about what you
Yeah.
think priorities for the chat.
Yeah. So for the AI chat issues, we currently have a bunch of issues that I need to work on. Basically, the first one is the so there are some small bugs that I need to fix. So the first one is there's this error where the AI chat is giving us the code and then the randomly it stops and gives null. So I need to look into that. And the other thing is there are some small issues like the sticky apply button and accept decline code buttons
Okay.
on the code code snippets. And then there is one more bug. It's not a bug, it's a small thing that I'm still working on, where when we open the AI chat, the terminal and the preview window goes horizontal and then it overflows um, out of the window. So that I need to fix, and then code diffs. So basically, what we're currently doing is for code difference, we're just um, we're just showing the green highlights, not the red highlights. So I need to fix that. I need to basically store the um, old code and the new code and then the apply and def algorithm and then show it properly. So I'm working on that as well. And then the merging feature. So basically, for merging, I'm using GPT-4o, which merges the code into which merges the code snippet that the AI chat gave us into the file that is open. So currently it works fine, but if I tell the AI assistant to remove a bunch of code, it will give me a smaller file, right? Smaller code snippet. But then when I try to merge it, GPT-4o basically merges that small snippet into the big file. So it gives me the whole file. So I need to work on the prompt that
Oh,
I
interesting.
has the system yeah. So I need to work on the system prompt
Okay.
and basically trial and error to just merge the code snippet instead of rewriting the whole thing. So I need to work on that. So that is a weird thing that I've just noticed. So I need to work on that. And then the undo weirdness. So basically, if you click on Control Z, even if you open a new file, the Control Z, if you click on Control Z, it will remove all the things from the file, and the file will become empty. So that is a bug that I just noticed. And along with that, if you and then there were some weird bugs. Um, Also, after you apply the code with the apply button, so that also is a trial and error thing. So I'm continuing into that this week as well.
Okay.
So it's a basically a bunch of issues, smaller issues that makes the whole thing feel um like a bit unstable, but it's just some of the small issues that I need to fix.
The first one you mentioned was early
Yeah,
termination.
termination of generation.
Let's see, merging. Yeah, the merging code. Oh yeah, and then it was like merging system, improve the system prompt for merging.
Yeah. Mhm. And
Yeah.
then also I mean these are just the bugs, but also I feel like we actually need more features as well in order to make the apply button feel more useful. So currently, there's just
Hmm.
accept and decline buttons. But then, I mean, I've been using cursor a lot
Yeah.
lately, so I feel like there should be some more features, but still, it's a trial and error thing. So I'll mention that when I have something that I can share. But I'm
Okay.
working on new features as well. So next week, hopefully, I'll have something new to show you guys.
Always with the surprise features.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
the AI chart as a whole was a surprise.
cannot wait for that. So, one thought on the improving the system prompt.
Hmm.
Another possibility might be like that might improve it is I noticed Cursor sometimes puts in these extra like tokens, like markers, where it marks like edit one, edit two. Have you ever seen that?
Edit one, edit two.
Like, yeah, I can find an example, but the LLM sometimes put in these. It's almost like comments just from the LLM to
Ah,
Cursor
okay.
of like this is where I added code.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And they don't use a normal JavaScript comment. They use like a just like
Hmm.
a certain curly brace thing.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
my idea is that they seem to be marking within the code where they've made changes just as a reminder.
Hmm.
So that might be an idea. And then
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
the other,
go on.
the other thing I wanted to mention is as far as generating red and green diffs.
Hmm.
I messed around with that a little bit before with the earlier
Yeah, yeah.
GitWit, and I what I ended up doing was, as you noticed, I only did green and I didn't do red.
Green, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
it turns out to be a more complex problem than you initially think.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is actually because I tried to do that green and red highlight thing.
Yeah.
I mean we had green and red highlights before, but but back then I was not even using GPT-4 for merging. So uh, for doing that was also a lot of work. So yeah, I'm sure it's a challenge.
So
But
if
yeah.
if I would start it again, and I'm happy to brainstorm a bit, but if I would start again, I think rather
Hmm.
than doing from scratch, which worked okay, worked okay
Hmm.
for green. It probably could get it to work for red. I would do that, but I'd look at that way that I did it before. But I would also maybe consider like it's a fun exercise to do from scratch, but I might also could just consider looking at the diff command,
Hmm.
and maybe like maybe we could actually just use diff. Like, not saying we have to, but maybe this is one option is we could literally just use diff, um, which is an existing library to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, can you mention this link in the document?
Yeah. Oh, here. Yeah. So this is the command line tool. Oh yeah, I'll put it in here. But I there's got to be a library for this.
Yeah, yeah, there is. Actually, there is.
Oh yeah.
I came across one. I forgot what it was. I
Okay.
forgot to save it, but I'll find it again. Yeah, there is a library for this.
Cool. Mm. Okay. Hey, Burhan, would you like to go through the stuff that you encountered when you were testing?
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I'll have to open the doc. Give me a sec.
I can also scroll down.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I'll just scroll
Perfect.
quickly through this. Basically, we just stuff that we've done in the last week here. We fixed, uh, yeah, we fixed some bugs in the file manager. We moved everything to AWS. Um, the the
I
deployment,
think the first bug that is mentioned, yeah,
yeah,
that one.
still
I think that would also be fixed when we move to E2B persistence, right?
This one's not fixed.
No, no, that is fixed right now, but I'm just asking this
Oh,
question.
when the new file is created, when the apply button is used, those changes don't save.
Because I mean, saving the file contents and everything else was in the
Would have
is
been,
in the file
it would have
manager.ts.
been fixed. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we didn't
yeah.
have
So
time.
that's what I was asking. Yeah,
Yeah, it would have
yeah.
been
We didn't have time, but I was just asking. Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Anything to do with most things. The only thing that will still be buggy after switching to the E2B persistence is the um, synchronization between the terminal and the left file list,
File
um,
list. Yeah.
because E2B doesn't provide an API for synchronizing folders recursively. So
Oh,
it's a bit of a I don't have a perfect solution for that,
so
and
you need to come up with that, right?
I'm afraid to create a recursive solution because imagine there's like a node modules thing, and then I'll be creating like like 100 or more file watcher
Yeah, yeah,
processes,
yeah. That would be a nightmare. Yeah.
which might crash the sandbox. So I'm that's the only thing I'm uncertain about. But for now, it will just result in maybe you have to refresh the page once in a while.
Okay.
So um, yeah, so we changed the new AWS account. The deployment thing is deployments are working, although there is still bugs. Like after you work on a project and then deploy it again, sometimes it gives an error. So I need to. We'll just see. We'll just see if I'm going to rewrite most of that code anyways. So I think it will be fixed. Akilesh fixed a bug with Control Z. Um, we do see if the project is deployed. We don't see when it was deployed. Fixed the bug with the tabs. Uh, and yeah, this is just old stuff. So I think for now, I can skip through this. If that's okay with you guys. Oh, um, yeah, We'll come right back to this because we have a PR for it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just quickly go through. These are small stuff, so let's just quickly go through Burhan's findings. All
Yeah,
right.
here.
Tell me when to stop scrolling.
Here.
Okay.
So, when we try moving a file into a subfolder, it will
Uh-huh.
actually get stuck on loading. So,
Okay.
I I just copy pasted the uh, inspect error as well, so you guys could see what's wrong.
Thanks. That's really helpful. I'll be
And
sure to fix it.
yeah, and then yeah, you're supposed to be working on the file thingy,
Yeah.
anyways. So,
Yeah.
and other than that, if you try like creating a file into a subfolder, that doesn't work either. It just creates it in the base directory.
Oh, okay. So how would you do that? Would you select the subfolder and then click the plus? Was that?
Yep, yep.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And what else? Yeah, one last thing was like when I tried deleting stuff, like it doesn't work either. So
Okay.
I had to use like the directory commands that we talked about earlier to
Okay.
just remove something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Thanks a
mainly it's yeah, it's just a file thingy.
lot. Yeah. Maybe I'm hoping the end of this week or next weekend I can knock these off, and then
Perfect.
I'll ask you to test it all again.
All right, sweet.
Cool. There's there's a lot more in here that I think we won't have complete time to go through today. But is there anything in particular? Any other? I will move. I will move these out of here. I'll clean this up. And is there anything else in particular that someone wanted to go through for bugs?
No, I think we covered most of the important things,
We
and
are
the other ones are just the normal small ones.
Okay, smaller ones, which we'll get to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Omar, how much? Omar and Victor, you guys have enough time to go through everything we need to go through?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So
Okay.
I think we'll go through the issues with the PR. I'll just show the PR, and then I'll leave it to you guys. Just because I have my oh, wait, where is it?
Yeah, yeah, merged it.
Oh, it's already merged. Okay,
Yeah.
then nice. I'll just show it real quick.
I merged it and then changed I mean, did the migration to the database and then fixed uh, client-side error that was
Okay.
breaking the
All
profile
right.
page.
All right. So can I like share my screen so I can like show you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. All right. So I'm going to share my screen now.
Right.
Wow. Give me a second. Okay. So please can you see my screen now?
Oh, let me add it in. There it is.
All right.
That's
Okay. So let me just sorry. Let me
Okay.
reshare so I can show everything.
make the text a little bit bigger for me.
So I want to share the screen. So give me a second, please. Um,
Oops, we lost it.
so really, okay. I think it's
We
back.
got it.
Okay,
Back.
yeah, got it.
All right. So I think probably what was wrong with the current deployment that you have inside Archivist. I think there's a mismatch between the schemas that you have and the schemas that I have. I think when I did this, what I did was to I deleted my migration files and created a new one. So these are everything. All the tables were created from scratch all over again. So everything is here. Like I said earlier, like the links add like a default um, empty array. So if I go ahead and check my database right now, um, I can see personal websites and the links default empty array. So if I go to live preview of what we have currently, we will be able to see this together. Um, taking a little time. So you'll be able to see uh, the social links the users have and also be able to edit them. And for the relations, like I mentioned earlier, I think uh, this was the place I actually just updated. So all I needed to do was to, um, sorry, give me a second, I'm trying to find the delete sandbox. All right. So what I needed to do was to first, yeah.
Can you show it again on your local host? It would be cool to see.
Oh, sure.
I didn't see it entirely.
We have time
It's
to load. I think that
uh,
only when
VTs
it
is just.
started with about Next.js takes a lot of time to
Oh, okay,
compile.
yeah. Um,
So I think let us just wait for that.
that's nice. Okay, yeah. Well, that's okay if it's taking a
Okay.
minute. It would be cool to see though.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. It just compiled, so yeah, I
okay.
can see it.
Okay.
So I should be able to go to the profile, and that's also going to take a bit of time to compile. Okay, nice. Already. So this is the profile. So I added this sort of ping effect to let the users know that they could update their profile with um, other information, since the existing users most likely will not be aware, or if a new user comes, they won't have any of the bio, any of the
Mm-hmm.
things they could
Mm,
have in their database. So
mm-hmm.
just adding this here to like prompt them to edit. So you can see the whole form. So I just say I love building things. I'll also make sure to add some sort of validation for the front end. I didn't add the validation earlier. It was only on the server side I added the validation. But
Uh-huh.
right now, there's validation. For instance, if they have
Mm,
a user, it's going to require you to add the username, and the same thing goes for every single thing. So I can go ahead and save the changes,
mm-hmm.
and it's going to make a server request, and you can see why here is updated. I'm going to change the position of the bio from here to on that is part, but
Cool.
this can just push out to the person. But basically that's how everything works. I can add my personal website, maybe
Mm-hmm.
GitWit, and
Mm-hmm.
it automatically adjusts to whatever link you put into it. So you will notice the icon changes. So let's say
Mm,
GitHub, you change it to
Nice.
GitHub, um, maybe x.com, change it to Twitter, I'll probably change it to X, um,
That's cool.
and so on. LinkedIn also changes, and I can save the changes. It should save them effective. So yeah. And one issue we had earlier, I think I noticed, was whenever I change my username, it ends up being a 404, like the page turns to a 404 because the username is changed, but the URL is not changed. So the user doesn't
oh
exist.
yeah.
So I also fixed that, so you can do it. Then automatically it's going to replace the URL
Oh
to new
yeah.
URL.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
So I think those are things I worked on. But for the database, I think I'm not really sure I'm going to fix that because I think is a need to like maybe if running the migration should actually solve that, but I'm not really sure what the issue is on your end, Achilles. Maybe we can look at it.
It's actually the issue on the production database. Um, so let me so and let me check it. Let me check the database. TSQL, and then just give me a second. Sandbox user. Then okay. So we have a array for links, and
Okay.
then yeah, and then can you okay bio, and then links, and then the personal website. Okay.
Yeah, those are the things I had.
Okay. I mean, I just the only difference is I don't know if it affects the database, but the only difference that I see here is I have bio, personal website, and links columns after the generations column. It's not. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, that's the case in your case as well. Oh yeah, but on the database, I have bio, website, and links columns at the last, not after generations column. I think that's the issue. There's a conflict, right?
Wait, really? Are the columns ordered?
I'm not really sure.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
that should.
that should be a problem, but if you look at the schema,
Okay,
yeah, the schema is correct.
it's correct. Oh,
I can
What's
share
the
I can share my screen.
oh,
just don't share if there's any like user data. Oh yeah, but this is just the development database. Yeah.
yeah.
But so
Okay, yeah. So
you mentioned
I don't think they. Yeah, go on.
uh no, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I don't think it should be the issue with the order of the columns,
No,
but I don't think that could cause the issue.
so you mentioned like right now when you try and update things, it just doesn't update. Is that it?
No. There's a success toast and everything, but it just doesn't update. I
Yeah.
mean, it would obviously work on the local host. I mean, the development database that Victor has, because it's a fresh database, but it just doesn't update with the old one.
Okay. And you're checking, and basically you're saying you're looking at Cloudflare, you're looking at the database. It looks
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
migrated, but okay.
The
Uh,
only difference is the order in the order of the columns.
okay. Well, one thing we could do really quick is someone could open up uh, the production app, and I can just find the logs and see if we're getting any errors.
Yeah, I'm opening it right now.
Cool. Let's do that.
So,
Okay. So so yeah, so the deleting thing also doesn't work, by the way.
that's all. So that's what I want to test. I tested it and it worked. I'm trying to create a project right now to see if it works now.
Okay.
It's taking a bit of time.
Okay, I just
But
did the update
What's not working?
on the production.
Deleting.
Uh, the deleting
yeah,
sandbox that has a like on it.
Oh, okay. And Victor, you fixed that in your
yeah,
PR.
yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Man, it sounds like. Is it possible that I messed up in the back and I didn't update the backend properly? But
No,
that wouldn't affect because it no because you're
that's
getting
why
the API is there, right? And
exactly, yeah.
it's also not
Because
working
the
here. Yeah.
likes are working actually. The like and unlike feature is working.
So,
But also, Victor,
yes.
check the recent push that if I uh, mess up something in that.
Oh, all right, I'll check that.
I mean the recent commit. Yeah.
So in order to get this bug, um, let me do it now. Can I steal the screen from you, Victor?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So do it here. So in order to get this bug, I go to here and I just say, "Hey friends," and I click save. Okay, this is what we're dealing with, and then nothing happens. So let's see. Oh, we lost Akilesh again.
The internet is a bit terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think it's back.
Hey.
Welcome, everyone.
So Akilesh, I did not get any logs.
Oh, you
So
didn't? Um,
I didn't get any error from the backend. Let me try it again and see if I get any well error on the Victor, the green toast. Does this mean does are there cases? Oops. Um, Victor, the
Yeah,
green toast. Is
with you.
that if there's an error, is it possible that we still seeing the green toast? I'm wondering.
No,
But that means
I
it was
see the green.
successful.
Yeah, that means the request went through to the backend successfully.
Okay, but there could have been an error within the code, and it would still show green. Like
No, it shouldn't.
it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's the mystery.
Is there where you can see maybe the backend code currently, the current backend code updated to the worker?
Oh,
You're able
you
to,
want to know what the status is of the backend code?
yeah,
Yes,
maybe it's a little bit out of date.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm worrying. Maybe it's my fault. Let me just show you what we have on the back end. Let's see this. Here. Yeah. Okay. Here. This is the state. This is the backend code. So it looks up to date, right?
Okay.
Now
Let's,
it has happened before that I have um, oh hey let me add you back in. Wait, I can't add Akilesh back in. Where are you?
I can't see him, man.
He's backstage.
No, he's not. I mean, I can't see him.
I also can't see him.
No.
Like, I can see him in the chat, but I can't see him in the backstage.
Yeah, me too. Um, so perhaps if this doesn't work, if this build process doesn't work, then it should. Because this is what I do. I rebuild it and then I do restart, and
Okay.
that always works. As long as I don't forget to do this, which
yeah, I
happens.
think I'm back.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
So it seems up to date to me.
Do you need to run npm run build on the backend as well?
Yeah, because it's
I mean, not backend, but the database
um,
after a migration.
oh
No, no, obviously not. Yeah.
no, wait, did but the Cloudflare worker changed?
Not the Cloudflare. I mean, I changed the script a little bit. Index.ts. I mean,
Mm,
after the merge of Victor's PR,
yeah,
Okay.
there was some changes because of the like the delete thing and everything.
we're talking on the server, right?
Yeah, I made
Yeah,
some.
so
Did the cloud
yeah, so you don't need to do anything on
did the
that.
Cloudflare workers change at all?
No, 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 no. Okay, so w- um, let's see what how different what are the differences between the production and the local that the Victor has, the database that Victor has.
And just to be clear, what happens when you run it locally, Akhilesh?
Yeah, it doesn't work for me.
So yeah, maybe we should just focus on getting it to work
Yeah.
for us locally before pushing it to production would make sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because I was on local on my local machine. I was
Yeah.
also using the main database for some testing, but I'm gonna create a fresh database now.
Yeah. And hey, maybe if you put the instructions in the README, how do you recommend people are hosting are running their development databases? Do you do it locally using Postgres?
No,
No.
no. I use Cloudflare.
Okay.
I mean, it's really easy to set up. You just make an account and then run a migration. It will be created for you, basically. You don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Did you like deploy the database like index.ts, like nps Wrangler deploy? Did you do that?
For the workers, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was just asking. So here, let me look here.
Uh, so I made some changes to index.ts. So I think it might be needed to
Let's
also update.
let's clarify when someone says index.ts what we're talking about because
All right. So database, the
The
index.ts in database folder.
Yeah, it's a database
Um,
script to make everything
yeah.
work.
oh yeah, yeah, okay, that okay, okay.
Oh, but do you need to do that each time we change the script
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say
yeah,
X
this
Yes.
Wrangler deploy?
this is be deployed. this
Yeah.
this is a Cloudflare worker. This
Oh
is a
yeah, so I think you need to do that again. Did you do that last time?
no, I didn't do it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I think it will work with
I think
this.
that's the problem. Yeah.
Should we just do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Sure.
NPX Wrangler deploy. Yeah. Just do that.
Okay.
I think that's what I was. I was thinking about something that I missed. I was
Yes.
not. Thank you for that, Victor.
All right.
Okay, who should do it?
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
No, I cannot actually do it because you need to run it on the database wherever the database hosted.
Really?
Wait,
I don't think so. I think it's just a Cloudflare worker.
oh yeah, wait. So backend
Or
and server. No, it's in.
Hello, guys. My workspace is getting closed right now. I will join my phone.
okay.
Well, I'm
Okay,
leaving my
All
PC
right. I
right
think
now.
we may have figured it out though.
All right.
let me do it. I'm doing it. Um, npx wrangler deploy, and then oh yeah, I'm doing it on backend database directory. Yeah, that's what I missed, I think.
Mm, um. Let's see.
Oh yeah, just did it. Now let's see if it works. Oh yeah, it worked.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
missed.
I
Sorry
thought
about
that
that.
was it.
It was my
No
bad.
problem.
I think I think what it shows is that we have probably a semi confusing workflow, um, but for how things work. But maybe let's write it, especially with the workers and the database. Let's write it all down, and then maybe we can, if it still seems unclear, if it still seems inconvenient, we can maybe find a way to make it better.
Mhm. Yeah, now it should work.
Great. So yeah, there's
I'll make a mini PR on the hierarchy of the way this page looks like now. So I would reorder some things in this card. Just
Okay.
leave it.
So just to show, like, this is how it looks on cloud. Actually, I don't want to share my. I don't want to share my Cloudflare. She gives like IDs and stuff. Here. Okay, I'll just show this. This is how it looks on Cloudflare, like this.
Mm-hmm.
So we have three workers. Well, one of them is deprecated as the AI worker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't need that.
We have two other workers. I think they could be merged into one. I don't know why there's two. But yeah, anytime the source code to one of these changes,
You need
I think someone just has to run npx run,
deploy. Yeah.
and I don't think there's anything more complicated than that.
No.
Um,
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
but it would be better if our if our development process basically included run using the Wrangler run dev. Is it something like that where we can run these locally?
Locally? Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah.
Cool. All right, great.
But yeah, yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, so what I was saying is so that for running it locally, I tried it once, but it was so confusing that I
Okay.
just created my own Cloudflare database
Okay.
entirely. So I'll try that again as well, and
Okay.
let you know what I if I can get it running locally again.
It is confusing. It is
Yeah.
confusing. Um, there are whole companies trying to make it easier to run these things locally. So nice work, Victor.
Yeah, really nice work. Sorry about my thing that I missed.
It's great. I'm so excited. Victor, what are your let's just briefly discuss what your plans are for the next week because we had some stuff we discussed last week, but I think I forgot it now.
Sorry, please, can you come again? I didn't quite get that.
I think last week we had discussed a couple of things. One of them was helping with the GitHub integration UI.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if there's maybe something else that's because that's like something that's in the pipeline. Okay, is there anything more short term that we need help from Victor?
Um, yeah, I think you, Victor, you can actually add with this um, when the sandbox is timed out. I, we talked about that we would essentially want to force user to refresh the page. So I think we need some kind of workflow for that
Okay, yeah, we
to
do need
prompt the
that.
user to refresh it.
I wouldn't say it's like killer urgent either, but it is
It's
something.
not urgent, but it is something that we need.
Is there anything?
And
Because is there anything that he can help you with? Because I know you have a lot of UI fixing.
um, yeah, I think the most frustrating thing for me was was actually the terminal and preview
Mhm.
going overflow out of the window
Alright.
when AI chat is open. I was so confused on doing that. So please help me out with that.
I bet Victor
I'm
can.
still,
Alright.
yeah, I'm still confused.
Victor fixed the
I
terminal
just,
Um,
when no one could fix it. Remember?
yeah, I was just, I was just, I was just ignoring that because I was getting so confused on that. But please try it, give it a try, and let me know if you can find what I missed.
Alright, no problem. If you can just like solidify the problem from me, I think that would be great. So I can like know what exactly I'll be fixing. Maybe like a video
Oh
or
yeah, actually, I think we could do it probably really quickly. So
alright.
here, let me do it. So we have this. Oops, here. And then if you're on your phone right now, you can literally just go back and watch the recording of this. So
Oh, sure.
Akilesh, you said
Yeah,
open chat.
open the AI chat, yeah.
Now.
And then open the terminal and
Uh huh.
open just click on the run button. You'll see what I'm. Yeah, actually, our cameras will be in the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, now it's better. Yeah, so as you can see here, if you now close the AI chat and put the terminal and preview in the horizontal. Put it on the horizontal by clicking on the arrow button. Yeah, that. Yeah, now you can, as you can see that you can see the scroll bar and everything. And now if you open the AI chat, yeah, see, it overflows a little bit.
Okay.
So what you want is you want no scroll, right? Or what?
Yeah, we would want scroll, but it overflows a little bit. So if you probably run, yeah, so just run cat man dot mean dot py. You'll see why it's important.
This is
Yeah, yeah. So this is working, right? Now you see the user. Yeah, so now you see.
here.
Oh,
Yeah, you see
oh.
what I mean?
Ah,
Yeah,
Okay, so if I have a terminal, I open the
it works well. When the
it
chat is
works well, and
opened,
then
that makes
yeah,
this shorter somehow.
exactly. Yeah, it overflows a little bit,
But it's only
and then
because this is getting shorter.
yeah.
Well, maybe. We're not sure. But yeah, this
I'm
is
not
this
sure.
is the bugginess.
Yeah. And then there is one more bug where when there's a AI chat
Hmm.
open the AI chat, and then I think you need to scroll down, uh, and then there was I don't know how I can reproduce it, but yeah, try to get something. Yeah, yeah, try to do that, and then mhm. Okay, yeah, this works. And then open the VENV folder. I think it was in the Next.js. And try to open everything here. The folders, every folder.
Oh,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, so see this. And then try to scroll in the file.
This one?
Yeah.
That's okay.
And the
This,
AI chat.
yeah, everything is okay, but the file list I can't scroll it.
our system.
Exactly.
But I
Uh,
think that's even without the AI chat open. I think that's a bug. See?
yeah.
Wow.
And there's also one more bug where when you select, I mean, I don't know how to reproduce it. I just saw it when we were demoing it. But you could actually scroll all the way, and your top bar with all the, I mean, basically the nav bar would scroll out of the window, and and then the
Okay.
button, the theme button, the dark theme and button would just float on the AI chat. So that was a bug that I saw.
Okay. I
Yeah.
got it.
Wow.
So yeah,
This would float. Yeah.
I think that probably Victor gives you a little idea of how it's feeling right now. It's not terrible, but
It's not terrible, but it's
I'm sure you'll be able to improve this.
Yeah, of course. I'll work on them.
And then let me just see if I can get. No, I cannot reproduce this bug. But
Ooh.
that's
oh
it.
yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
If you click on system, so you have light, we have dark, and then we have system.
Oh,
Mix.
system is now. Yeah, I think I know what the problem is. I'll look into it. So it's not aware of what the system color is, so it couldn't adapt to it.
Then we
This
get
Loki
this.
doesn't look bad though. I would use it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's
No,
true. That's true, actually.
no one would use this.
No one would use the light mode,
True.
Hey, you guys want to see something?
except except James.
Hey, you guys want to see something? Actually, check
Yeah,
Go
this
on.
sure.
out.
Why not?
Where are we? Let me open up my Discord. Just from earlier this morning. Here, check this out. Um,
Yeah, you were
Oh
fascinated.
yeah,
Look at this.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah. You found your buddy, the light mod buddy.
How old is he? I'm just asking.
I won't disclose any user info on them.
Fair enough. Light mode says enough.
So, but yeah. So I apparently people are using. Apparently people like light mode. Um, anyways, that's all. That's all for now.
All right,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Very
Perfect.
much.
See you guys.
One other thing, Berhan is working on one feature. Um, I learned I didn't. I should have known, but you can run Amazon Cloud. You can run Anthropic Cloud on AWS credits.
Yeah, it's something called
Bedrock.
AWS Bedrock. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
yeah. I also got to know recently actually when I was researching for something
Oh,
for
great.
my
Well,
college work. Yeah,
oh, cool. Well, I asked Burhan if he could set that up. So then we'll save. Well,
yeah,
our only expense, our only operating expense will basically be. I mean, for hosting was just going to be OpenAI.
yeah. Definitely.
Great.
I mean, I think GPT-4o API will also be on AWS Bedrock.
Yeah, it's not just cloud.
It's not
You get
just Claude. Yeah,
multiple models.
Well, that would be great.
Llama is also there. Yeah,
Basically, we need predicted outputs. If we can get that, then we're good to go.
yeah, yeah. Test it out and let us know if it's feasible for us.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks everyone for your hard work, and see you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.